Yo, what is going on YouTube? Hulk Brody back today with another Madden 24 video, and today we're going to be going over the top users in Madden 24 Ultimate Team so far. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So as we can see, we're going to start out with first Joey Blount. I think this guy is probably one of the best users in the game right now. He is a little expensive at 190,000 coins, but he has 85 speed. That is the fastest safety in the game. So let me start off first. I'm only going to be ranking free safeties and strong safeties. That is mainly because middle linebackers do not jump, and that I know of, I'm pretty sure none of them get lurker right now. So they're just not as useful as safeties are. Safeties usually have quicker change of direction, they usually have higher speed, and they're usually just as good. You might suffer a little bit in the run game, but you have to be able to make up for that by getting better run defense, right? So for users, he's 6'1", 200 pounds, he has 85 speed, 86 excel, 80 hit power. His zone is a little bit low, but you are going to be usering him. So I think he is probably the best user in the game right now. Next, we are going to be looking at Cameron Curl. So Cameron Curl is a strong safety. He's going to be around the same price. He is an 86 overall, so he's a little bit higher overall, but he's going to be around the same price. If we can get to him right here. So he's about 190 to 200. He's about 190 to 200 as well. As you can see, he has 85 speed, 88 excel, 85 zone, so you can go ahead and put him out there in his zone. He gets deflator for 1, so that puts him a little bit above what Joey Blount is, honestly, because he does get that deflator for 1, and he is 6'1". He's slightly under 200 pounds. His hit power is 82, so that's pretty good in itself. But the main thing is that deflator. The deflator is going to be big for him right there. But this guy is going to get that deflator on top for 2 AP. You can also get tip drill for 2 AP, or you can get stonewall outmatched for 1 AP, or chuck out for 1 AP. But that deflator for 2 AP is going to help out a lot with kind of helping to force fumbles, and you can even put lumberjack on him for 1 AP as well. So you could put 3 AP on your user. I probably wouldn't, but it is an option. And this guy, you know, he's pretty good. 61 catching is a little bit low, but he does have 80 agility, and what is his change of direction? His change of direction is 81 as well. The big thing about Grant Delpit is he is 6'3", 213 pounds, so he's a bigger guy out there, being able to go up and get the ball. We'll talk about Kyle Hamilton here in a minute. So Grant Delpit can go up, he can get the ball. He's 6'3", 213 pounds, 83 hit power. He does have nice zone at 84. He is only 84 speed, so he's a little bit slower. 85 excel, a little bit less excel than that Curl had. But he's good. He's good right here. He does have 70 catching, so his catching is a little bit better. I feel like catching for your user doesn't matter as much, but it could. So I mean, you could put Grant Delpit as your strong safety, and you could use your Cameron Curl. Those are both good options right there to do if you want to maximize on speed. We have Minka. Minka is expensive though. He's an expensive card because he's probably the best safety out there. Honestly, I would probably, what I would do if you can build the best team right now, I'll probably put Minka in the back with Grant Delpit, and then I would have Blount and I would have Cameron Curl as my 2 users in the middle. It kind of depends on what kind of defense you're running, whether you're running, you know, 2 guys in the middle or you're just running 1 guy. It really just kind of matters, depends on your defense, but that's what I would do if you're on a high budget, right? Because these guys they're gonna get the job done. And I mean, he's also 6'1", so all of these guys are at least 6'1" and up, and that, I think that is important. If we're going into some more budgety guys, but Kyle Hamilton right here, he is going to be 6'3". There's one thing you do have to think about is the core elites, the base elites. The core elites, the base elites are not going to get abilities, right? As you know, the headliners or the builders, they do get abilities, but the builders are going to be a lot more expensive, obviously. So if you're on a budget, I mean, this guy's kind of budget. He's 150,000 coins. I don't think he's worth that much. So this is kind of like that mid tier. He is 6'4", 220 pounds, 82 hit power, 82 zone, but he's only 83 speed, right? But like this is kind of a little bit more mid tier of a player. He does have 81 agility. His change of direction is 78, so it is below 80. But he's kind of like in that mid tier range. And then we'll just, while we're here, we'll take a look at Kyle Duggar. He's not bad either. 83 speed, high zone, high hit power right there at 83, 70 catching, not bad. So he's another guy you could just kind of put out there as well. 220 pounds, 80 agility, and then he does only have 77 change of direction. So you know that he's another guy kind of in that mid tier. He's shorter than Kyle Hamilton is, so he's not going to be quite as useful. One more guy you can kind of look at is GJ. He is a little bit faster here, but he's only 5'11", so you lose some of that height. Catching is decent. Zone coverage is good. His agility is 83, and then change of direction is 80. So if you're okay with the little bit shorter guys, you can go that way, but I just like the taller guys out. I want to be able to catch as many interceptions as possible by going up and getting that ball. So I do think that 5'11" as opposed to the 6'4" Kyle Hamilton is going to be a huge difference. And that one speed isn't going to matter as much as those 4 or 5 inches. So those are some options right there. And then we're going to go even lower. Isaiah Simmons is 83 speed, 82 excel. He has 80 zone at least. He has 85 hit power. He does have 81 agility, and then his change of direction is a little bit low, but he is 6'4", almost 240 pounds. Again, the catching is a little bit low, so this isn't really a guy I would just like put out there just to be by himself. But if you're either using him as a user or you're just like blitzing him off the edge as maybe like you're running some type of like dime set where you got a bunch of DBs out there and you're blitzing them a lot, this could be a great guy to do that if you don't want to user him. So those are some options right there. So it does look like Isaiah Simmons is expensive. Like, is his base card is more expensive than than this card. That is kind of crazy. He's also 6'3", 220 pounds, 62 catching, a little bit low, 70 hit power, definitely lower, but he does get at least the 80 zone, and then 83 speed. So this is another great guy at like 30. He's a little bit more. He's like 50,000 coins, but he's a great option if you. That's going to cost a little bit more, but you're going to get some value out of that. So let's go ahead and look at some of our last ones that are a little bit more budgety. Now these are going to be like super budget type options right here. Daxton. So there's only one up right now. Yeah, so he might be kind of hard to get, honestly, but he does have 83 speed, 84 excel, 6 foot. He's almost 200 pounds. That catching is low. Again, hit power isn't great, but he does have 86 agility right there and 82 change of direction. So if you can get this card for less than 10k, he's a 77 overall. Like, I would definitely do it. I don't know how much this card's going to be selling for, because right now there's only one up and it's just a bid, right? And there's like 8 hours on this bid. Like, who put this card up for like a 12-hour bid? Like, what are you doing? But whatever. That's an option right there. This guy is kind of expensive right now, but I'm sure like if you guys are waiting till the actual game comes out, I'm sure you guys can get him a little bit cheaper. But he has 82 speed, 85 excel. He's decent man. I mean 70 man at least, but that's not gonna really matter. Low zone, low hit power. Those don't matter as much for your user. This would be a strict user card because he has 86. Because he has 82 agility, right? You saw the speed and the excel. He's 6'2". He's over 200 pounds. I mean 72 change of direction. So the agility, the speed, and the excel, the height are why you'd be picking this card up. But some of these cards people have already looked into and they are a little expensive. But once the game drops, like people might be putting these cards up really cheap when the actual game drops. So these are cards that I'd be looking for. One honorable mention player that I kind of forgot about for a second, but he would be a really good user because you can't put abilities on him. But he'd be a really good card. He's gonna be expensive. This is more, again, another expensive guy. Be Derwin James. You know, he is 6'2", 215, 84 speed, 86 excel. So those first four guys that I talked about, you know, he's not quite as good as those guys, but still, you know, he has 85, you know, zone, 85 hit power. He has what is his 75 catching, so he's good catching, 82 change of direction, 82 agility. This is a guy you could put honestly as your user, or you could put him back at your strong safety spot. I think he would be fine at either of those spots. He just isn't going to get abilities. And the reason why I'm trying to stay away from this is because I know there's an Ed Reed coming. Legends are coming this weekend. I know there's an Ed Reed coming. I'm gonna want that card. So I'm kind of holding off to buy any safeties right now until I see that card, see what it's looking like, see what abilities it's getting, because it's probably going to be my main user. Or if not user, I'm going to put him back at my safety spot. But thank you guys so much for watching. I think that is going to be it for the users. I hope this helps you guys out in finding a user that is both either within your budget range and is going to help you win some more games and get to that next level of Madden. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hulk Brody out.